Welcome to Roofing Road Trips, the podcast that takes you on a thrilling journey across the world of roofing. From fascinating interviews with roofing experts to on-the-road adventures, we'll uncover the stories, innovations, and challenges that shape the rooftops over our heads. So fasten your seatbelts and join us as we embark on this exciting roofing road trip. Hello, everyone. My name is Megan Ellsworth. Welcome back to a roofing road trip episode brought to you by RoofersCoffeeShop.com. I am really excited because I'm talking with Ellisha here from Service First Solutions, and we're talking about strategy, leadership, and all that good stuff. So, hi, Ellisha. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
So good. I'm really excited to learn more about you and everything you're doing at Service First Solutions. So let's dive right in. I'll have you just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you.
Sure. My name is Ellisha Loftus. I live in Asheville, North Carolina. I've been in the commercial roofing space for almost 16 years and commercial
Wow.
construction for 25. Not dating myself, but I just did. It's okay. I'll actually be 48 on Monday. So not
Happy birthday!
not shy about sharing that. I think we all need to remember that aging is cool, right?
It's so cool.
It is. Yeah, so been in the space, had lots of wonderful opportunities along my journey that's given me a really holistic look at the roofing industry. So
Cool.
happy to be here, super passionate about commercial roofing. And you know what they say, once you get in, you never get out. So happy to be in the space still.
Yay, that is so true. And you're new to Service First Solutions. That's so exciting. Tell everyone when you started and how it's been going.
So I've been with Service First Solutions just a little shy of 2 months. It's a natural at home fit for my jam, what I do and what I love to do in the space I need to be in. The
Awesome.
team at Service First, Tracy, his reputation preceded him. I've been following Service First for a while. Jay, Adrian, the rest of the team are just wonderful. It just feels like home. It feels where I need to be.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. Fabulous. Okay. So, how would you say this opportunity of joining Service First aligns with your vision for elevating service departments in the roofing industry?
It's very natural because my experience, back in the day, I had this wonderful opportunity at North American Roofing back in
Oh, cool.
2011. Prior to them, the evolution of them selling and being who they are today,
Oh, wow.
it was a different place back in back in almost 15 years ago, and I had a really good opportunity there to be taken through the ins and outs of the commercial roofing business and the different positions. So it's a quick little story, but it will help segue into why working with Service First Solutions uh, is a good fit for me. So at the time, back then, they were in the process of rolling out their first CRM system,
Okay.
and they were actually using Microsoft CRM. That's how long ago it was, and it was being created. It was a out of the box software that you could completely customize. So everything was being customized within the individual departments, which production and service, and then all of the SOPs for the company were also being written simultaneously to roll out something they'd never had before, which was a software that was all their own to dispatch both production and service, and then
Wow.
corresponding standard operating procedures for each of the positions, each of the departments. And so it was a really good space to be in to allow me to really spend time with each of the positions and everything that made all of the cogs in the wheel go round, right? So I was basically the liaison between the departments and the IT department to build and then writing these SOPs. So it was a great opportunity to take a peek under the hood and see how everything worked, which
Yeah.
ultimately led to an opportunity to be director of service for their service department.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
yeah, so throughout my time there, we've finish this project, and I did several had several opportunities there, but ultimately landed in the service department. And we were centrally managing at our high peak 52-man teams across the country. So
Oh my gosh.
a pretty cool opportunity. I got to work with some really awesome people that helped mentor me. My biggest accredited mentor, Kelly Wade, was the vice president at the time and really just mentored me into learning, learning how to look at a P&L and L and how to run a budget and how to take the service techs from paper. We took them from paper to iPad technology back then. So that was a
Awesome.
big step at the time. So just
Yeah.
I think the big thing is the opportunity that I had to learn so much and see all the different vantage points really now allows me to be in a role like I am now with Service First. And for real, I can meet anybody where they're at. They can be a small company with one truck just looking to create the infrastructure to grow, or it can be a mid-sized company or a larger company. Like, because of the opportunities and the learning path that I was blessed enough to have been able to travel, it really aligns with Tracy's philosophy of meeting people where they're at. And so it's just a natural fit. And I
Yeah.
continued because I was able to see uh, the tangible results from creating those processes and procedures, working with the team, all on, client-focused outcomes, creating the synergies with production, and just to actually see whenever you get all of those pieces moving in the right direction, what can happen for the bottom line overall, just really gets me jazzed, and it's continued keep my passions running and all the opportunities that I've had in this space. That's I love it because it's working with the people, it's listening to what our clients need and creating those infrastructures that we need to grow and ultimately be synergistic. But, I was telling somebody the other day, yes, it's about this and yes, it's about that, but ultimately it's about adding to the bottom line of our business and
Yep.
growing our business, increasing our gross profit margins, and all of that
Yeah.
can happen through these strategies that are developed for your service department.
I love seeing how passionate you are about this. That is so fabulous, and your experience in the field is huge. The 2 going hand in hand and you joining Service First Solutions just makes absolute sense. The fact that you ran such a large department for so many years, that is what great advice you can provide for people. That's so awesome. Really cool.
Yeah, it was a great opportunity. Throughout the evolution of my career, I also worked for some small folks.
Yeah,
Last 8 years prior, that I had an 8-year space where I worked with a smaller company that was
cool.
growing from that 1 million to the 5 million mark and ran all operations and got to see the growing pains from that perspective and
Wow.
what it means to take on another truck, right? And
Mhm.
what it means to add that overhead and how we have to grow to support the customer needs and the customer experience. So I've, I really feel that's another reason why I fit with the culture of Service First, of meeting folks where they're at, is because both Tracy, Adrian, and myself all have been with companies at different times in their growth and different
Yeah,
size companies. So whenever we say we've been where you're at, we can say it and really mean it. Collectively,
yeah,
we have been there. So
yeah,
it's cool to be surrounded by other professionals that are just as passionate and rock the same culture and have the
mhm.
same objectives. It just feels really good.
Yeah, that does feel really good, and again, I love the passion that you bring to this. It's infectious for sure.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. So, um, okay, so how would you say, with all this experience you have under your belt, How has that experience shaped your specific approach to service and repair, and what kind of advice do you share with your customers in this department?
Well, I think one of the things that we all must look at when we're trying to grow, whatever that means, growing,
Mhm.
making the truck that we have better, or growing to 10 or growing, whatever it is, we want to work smarter, not harder.
Yes.
And a lot of times when we're busy, we take the path of least resistance
Mm,
and thinking that that's what we need to do. And already I see that a lot of the clients that I am working with now, it's looking for those opportunities to work smarter, not harder, and just making some small changes that give you back your time, that allow you to focus more on the customer experience or growing the business and less on duplicitous tasks. So it's having that opportunity to be in all the different spaces that I have been over the last 25 years. That's the first thing that I look for is efficiencies. What are some small tweaks we can make to your day to day that will give you your time back to focus on the client?
yeah. That That is so refreshing because it's manageable, right?
Mhm,
It's not you're not taking on more than you can chew. It's feels authentic in the sense of, like, you're not overwhelming yourself to try to get to those 10 trucks or whatever that growth looks for you.
mhm.
It's manageable, and helping your people realize that it can be manageable is a really nice and big realization for a lot of people.
Sure, and, I look at what we do at Service First Solutions as a tool in your tool belt.
Yeah.
We always hear in leadership, "You have to work on your business and not in your business,"
Oh, yeah.
right? And, having a tool like Service First Solutions allows you to do that. Having
Mhm.
someone from the outside look in and work with members on your team one-on-one, which is what I love, um, to help make those small changes that ultimately show up on the bottom line, right? Um,
Yeah,
and being objective is what helps. We can see things that you can't see, and then we also have the time to work individually with members on your team and take it slow and get them there and show them these tools, right? Show them how to pick up some of this low hanging fruit that will give them some time back. Or, you know, uh, even as much as there's a client right now that we just look at 5 work orders a week and look at the
really.
pictures so I can show so we can start to develop, her skill set on how to realize repairs through the photographs and how to translate that onto paper. So it's those it's little things that make such a huge impact, and that is what I love about being at Service First is no 2 clients are the same. No 2
Yeah,
meetings are the same. What I'm working on with one, learning how to recognize and price repairs versus complex reporting with another client. So
yeah,
it just feels so good to be able to help folks grow in so many different ways.
yeah. Yeah, and I love that example of just 5 work orders a week, showing them, what can be done and repaired in those photos. That's really cool because 'cause you're getting a chance to also kind of mentor, like, the next generation or, someone that's coming up behind, and that always feels really, really good, at least to me. I love
Yes,
that.
it does, and, we've been saying it a lot for many, many years in the roofing industry that not a lot of folks are coming in, and how can we get more people attracted to roofing? And, one of the things that I feel very passionate about is bringing more women in the space. And we have some awesome women in the
Yeah.
space and awesome people doing things to promote women in the space, like National Women in Roofing. But
Yes.
there's some baddie women out there in the roofing space that are really like making some big impact to our business.
Mhm. Yeah. Ugh. Oh, I could talk about that for hours,
Me
so
too.
don't get me started. I love that. Okay, so kinda going off of that, what has sparked this amazing passion that you have for service teams, and why do you believe professionalism, planning, and communication are so vital in this space?
I think my passion drives from the opportunities I was given and the female leadership that mentored me along the way.
Yeah.
Um, the opportunity is what really ignites the passion, and
Mhm.
I feel so lucky. So, I had, Kelly Wade at North American that was a huge impact and mentorship to me, and then I also got to work with Lindy Ryan at Tecta America coming off of
Oh,
her, NRCA presidency, and
wow.
she mentored me in a different way. Um, so I got to learn from 2 very strong women in the space, and the theme that runs through both of those mentorships is communication, professionalism,
Mm,
setting up scalable, repeatable process, like the basics for the successes of the opportunities that I've been given and seen with 2 actually 3 different totally different companies and how they operate, the underlying themes to success are always the same, and that is having those repeatable processes that are scalable. Everything that you do that with a client-focused nature. How to always think, "How does that affect the client?" And continue to be innovative, stay up with the new technologies.
yeah,
So it's ever changing. It's ever changing the evolution of the roofing space, but the
yeah.
underlying principles that make or break a company are the same.
Mhm. Yeah, those, like those core values for sure, they're so important, and I love one thing that I love about this industry as well is it's so family focused.
Yeah.
Whether, you're a family business or you're not a family business, but you just really embrace the families of your employees and coworkers, that is definitely a core value of this industry too, and something that I really enjoy. National Women Roofing talks a lot about too as women in roofing, a lot of times the heads of the household, and, I think I love that you said, technology changes and business ideas change, but those are some of the core values of the roofing industry for sure. I like that.
Yes, and and, not just the experiences, but you just said it, and it's true. I think it a lot, and I say it a lot whenever I'm working with, peers, but, like, these are my people. Like,
Yeah.
this is where I love to be, and
Yeah.
um, I love working with people that like working, right? And
Mhm. Yeah.
right? These are my people. I've learned so much from the techs in the field and created relationships and friendships that still go to this day. I still talk to my some of my old techs on LinkedIn regularly, right?
Love it.
So
Yeah.
it's building those relationships because you're right. This is a very family centric industry, and it's not just the family you're born with, it's the family that you choose,
Yeah.
it's your work family. Yes, I agree. And
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons why if you're lucky enough to stumble into this industry that you don't leave because
Yeah.
there is a warmth and a camaraderie, and even though, we're all looking out here, people might think competition, um, but there's a camaraderie within the space that make that continue to create leaders in the space and make change. Um, I don't know if you know this or not, but one of the things we do at Service First Solutions is we have peer groups of
Yes.
service
Okay, yeah.
professionals that join monthly from all different types and sizes of roofing companies. And,
Yeah.
yes, if you're out there, we're not gonna put you in a group with your competitor, and we sign NDAs, and we do all these things, but it's really a fun space to come and collaborate with people that are doing what you're doing and listening to each other, help each other solve problems, bring ideas, um, blue sky or whiteboard, whatever you wanna call it, come up with
Yeah.
solutions together for problems that we're all having. Um so that was kind of a shameless plug, but it was a segue into, one of the passion projects that we have and continue to stimulate through our peer groups, getting people together to talk about roofing and help
Yeah.
each other out. It's a strong community, and even people that aren't or might consider themselves competitors or whatever, we all come together and help each other out. It's a very strong coalition without being a coalition, right?
Yes.
People always look out
Yeah.
for each other and help each other, and I love, like, hearing people solve problems with shoot, even, like, material shortages. "Hey, I really can't find this.
Mhm.
Can you" "Oh, hey, I'll help you out. Our supplier has tons of that," or just listening
Yeah.
to problems get solved through peers in the same industry, and everybody is there cheering each other on and honestly wanting to help and hold up and support and rally. And that's why I have passion for this industry because we're awesome people. Roofers rock. Yeah,
Yes, I love that. Roofers do rock.
me too.
Yeah, and that was not a shameless plug at all, because I was gonna say the same thing about your peer groups. I think it's so cool to see programs like that in the industry where roofing contractors are coming together across the nation, whether they're competitors or not, and just helping each other and lifting everyone up.
Mhm,
When the waters rise, all boats rise, right?
that's right.
So I love that. I love that sentiment and that energy. I think it's so important and a little unique to this industry for sure, like you said, and which I love. So, okay, so how do you plan to wrap all this up and bring your expertise to the contractors you work with at Service First? And most importantly, what do you hope is your impact that you make through this role as growth consultant?
Helping folks achieve tangible results,
Yeah,
whatever that looks like to them. Um, if that's growing trucks, if it's growing margin, if it's reducing indirect costs, if it's teaching their folks how to run a P&L and L and a budget from a roofing perspective, um, anything that drives your business forward, we're there for. And um, I do feel really blessed to have had the opportunities that I've had and can join a team with Tracy and Adrian and
yeah,
Jay and really take our collective experience and be able to help people solve problems to grow, whatever that is. And we all work with each other, right? We all don't have the same experiences, which make it the perfect play because we can collectively come to each other. Like, for instance, in all my roles, I've estimated a little bit, but that's not my jam. But
yeah.
Adrian on our team is the bomb estimator, and he's seen it all and looked at it all. And so being able to pool together and solve individual problems and work and when you work with Service First, you're not just working with one of us, you're working with all of us depending on what we're doing. So, for
That's
instance,
great.
Adrian works with a lot of estimators and field managers and production managers, and and if you have I tend to work with a lot of upcoming female leadership, right?
Love.
So and working with them from the other side, from because I've been in the field and I've been on a roof and I've teched a roof, but I haven't consistently made repairs on a roof as part of my job.
Yeah.
But you know what? Tracy and Adrian have been in those shoes before, so we're always gonna put the right person with the right project.
Yeah.
And so collectively together, that's what the hope of all of us is to be able to give you the tangible results that you're seeking, whatever that is, whether it's as simple as bringing on a new CRM software and helping you implement that and adjust your SOPs to match the new and make sure we're flowing right? Or working on developing a training program or working on an overall holistic approach to beefing up your service department, whatever it is, collectively, we have the experience and have been there to meet you where you're at. And I'll continue to say that because I feel it every day when I'm working with different clients. I'm meeting them where they're at. You know, if we have a coordinator who wants to grow into a manager, we can start teaching her the behaviors that she needs to learn now to build her skill
Yeah.
set to be eligible for that role. Or if we have a really strong service manager who's looking to expand their skill set on looking at the financials or whatever it is, like, we've been there, and collectively, we have the knowledge and experience to help you drive toward your goals.
Yeah. That's really cool. It's also cool that it's a kinda whole company look, right? You can help anybody. It's not just big boss you're helping out or CEO or whatever. You can work with anybody and help grow their service department and also their career skills, their hard skills, soft skills. I think that's really cool that you do that.
Yes, yes, and that approach that we take and kinda divvy up where we're at, this is Tracy's brainchild, and, we all talk, we all know what's going on with each other's clients, we deliver information and reporting up to Tracy so he can talk with the leadership, the executives, and the stakeholders, and
Yeah.
help drive forward initiatives that we're working on with their team.
Yeah.
So it just works really well. And even only being here just shy of 2 months, I see I've already seen such impactful change week over week working with clients.
That's so cool.
Whether it's my favorite one of my favorite things to do is get rid of third-party spreadsheets and teach you how to use your system. So, like,
Yes.
anytime I get to do that, that makes me do the happy dance.
Yeah.
It's just, it's those little wins that really drive your business and give you that time back to grow.
Yeah.
So it's
That's
cool.
so
I
true.
love it, and I love it not being the same thing every day, not the same type of project with every client. Uh,
Yeah.
it's very versatile. Um, it's inspiring. Getting to be a part of the small wins and watching other people have these successes, it's a really cool place to be and get up and come to work every day and get to meet with people and watch the impact that we have collectively. It's super cool.
That is so fun to hear. I love hearing, people just being excited about what they do and having that passion and high energy about, helping people and just getting excited to go to work and not really having it feel like work.
Mhm.
That I love that, and being able to work with really cool people every day helps that, of course. And this has been an absolute blast just talking about everything you all do with Service First and all the cool things you offer your clients. So, how can contractors listening today find out more about Service First Solutions and start working with you all?
Yes. So, Ellisha Loftus. I am on LinkedIn. So is Tracy Donalds and Adrian Hilton and Jay Wade. And then our website you cannot mess up. It is growroofservice.com. So
Perfect.
feel free to reach out to any of us directly. All of our contact information is on our individual LinkedIn's and our website. So that is growroofservice.com. And we'll be happy to have a discovery call with you, find out what we can do to help, um, whether it's joining a peer group, becoming a total access client that we work with weekly for an annual term. We also have the peer groups, and we are having a service summit this year with our peer groups. So we're looking forward
Ooh,
for all bringing all the peer groups together to meet together in Dallas this October. So
wow.
definitely going to be an opportunity to synergize with roofing companies from all over the country. So
Yeah.
lots of ways to get in touch and lots of ways to get involved.
That's so exciting. And everyone also can go to the Service First Solutions directory on Roofers Coffee Shop to learn more, see all the other podcasts and webinars they've been a part of. Tracy has done loads. I think Jay's even been on one, and now Alicia. So thank you so much for sharing your passion with us today. It's been a delight.
Thank you, Megan. Thank you for chatting with me today.
Absolutely. Everyone, please, please, please make sure to go check out their directory on rooferscoffeeshop.com and go to their website, learn more, follow them on LinkedIn, connect. And I look forward to chatting with you again, Alicia, and hope to meet you in person sometime.
Totally. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Everyone out there, thanks for listening. This has been another great roofing road trip, and we'll see you on the next one.
If you've enjoyed the ride, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join us on every roofing adventure. Make sure to visit RoofersCoffeeShop.com to learn more. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next roofing road trip.